welcome back to another day at Two Eagles Garage. We're going to work on a little project I picked up this weekend. This little Troy Bilt pony. I picked it up for free. Guy told me to come clean some scrap up out of his yard and I could have it. So I said, okay. I haven't touched it other than to load it up and unload it, and that's all I've done with it. I pulled the switch out to see if I could get a key in it, but I couldn't find a key to fit it, but I think I've got it turned on. I used a screwdriver. It'll work. And we're going to see how this works. Got a little jump box out here I'm going to hook up to it, and a little can of starting fluid. We're going to see if I can't get it to at least fire off. If I can get it to fire off, I can get it to run. And if any of you guys know of a good jump box that's smaller than this, that works good, and would be willing to send me one to test out, let me know. I'm tired of lugging this thing around, and it's not a good jump box. I've had 2 of these, and both of them have been horrible. So don't buy them. They're not good, I promise you. But let's see what we got here. It's a 42-inch. Got a fairly nice seat on it. It's got a few little rips and tears in it, but it's fairly nice. The guy told me it does run. It is missing the top half of the cover, but I'm thinking I can find that in a junkyard or something like that. We'll just have to see. It is missing the headlight pieces. I do have the harness, but not the actual, well, there's one of the bulb pieces. And other than that, it looks like a nice mower. He said it does run. He said, but whenever you try to put it in gear, it would shut off. So I'm automatically thinking that there's some sort of sensor or something bad on it. And this does not look like the proper fuel tank because it is zip tied in. I may have one over there that'll fit it a little better. Just have to see what I got. But it is a Briggs & Stratton. I don't know exactly what size engines come on these mowers. I don't know a lot about these little Troy Bilt ponies. I don't deal a whole lot with them. Carburetor doesn't look too bad. It could use a little cleaning, but once again, guys, I said I haven't messed with this yet. So you're gonna mess with it with me, and we're gonna figure out if we can make it run or if I'm gonna scrap it. If it doesn't run and the engine is no good, I'm gonna pull that engine off, and I've got a twin cylinder on that green mower in the back right there, the MTD. I've got an opposing cylinder engine that I'm gonna put on here that I know runs. It does need some work, but it does run. And I'll put it on here, and we'll get rid of this one anyway and scrap the other mower back there. So guys, bear with me and let me get a few things set up, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, let's see if this works. I got a new tripod we're also going to be trying out today, so we'll see how it works and we'll go from there. Alright, the starter is right here. I'm going to hook my jump box up right there, and I'm going to spray some starting fluid in it and use the jump box as my on and off switch, and we will see. Hopefully I can find a good ground here somewhere, hopefully to the side of the block or something, but I don't know. Not really much to clip on over here. Maybe we can ground it to the head right here. Alright, well, we'll see how that works. Once again, guys, I said I haven't touched this mower yet. I haven't done anything with it. And we're going to see how it works. I'm going to spray a little starting fluid in it whenever I get ready to cut it on. And I'm just using whatever cheap starting fluid I could find. I just had this laid in a pickup truck laying out here. My old F100 over there I've been working on. I'm going to try to get a good connection on this so that I can, hopefully it will at least turn over. And you know these things can be iffy sometimes. Alright, let's see if it'll turn over. Oh yeah, it turns over. Alright, there we go, there we go. Well, at least it turns over. Alright, I'm going to spray some in it. Let's see what happens. Well, it runs. I wasn't prepared, but it runs. Hush, boy. Let's see if we can make it stay running. All right, I'll start the fluid. That ain't cool. All right, well, I've got some fuel in the shop we might just throw in it. But what I was doing over here is just spraying a little bit of starting fluid in the top of the carburetor right there. But it does seem to run. Seems to run good. So we may throw some fuel in the fuel tank and see what happens. Let me grab the fuel can out of the shop. Alright guys, I've added a little fuel into it. You have to overlook my dog barking in the background. He's just excited because I'm out here. But I've put a little fuel into it, just enough to run it for a little while. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to move my jump box here. And we're going to see what happens. Now guys, it may get a little shaky after I fire it up because I'm going to have to move you because I've actually got you hooked from the steering wheel. So I will have to move you because if it runs long enough, I'm going to try to hop on it and see what happens when I try to move it. So, alright guys, here we go. Let's throw a little starting fluid in and get it kicked off. Oh, boy, it's fine. If I've got any left in here. I don't think I have enough left in here to do anything with. Maybe the vapor from it will be enough. Alrighty then, well, maybe we'll need to throw some fuel down because it didn't have any fuel in the carburetor. So let's get over here, pour a little fuel down it and see what happens. Doesn't look like it's flooding or anything. It's definitely not leaking fuel in here. I don't see a shut off on it. Lines and hose could be a little better, but we do have a vacuum hose right there that appears to be bad. Still no fuel leaking yet though. We'll just dump a little go-go juice down it. That ought to be enough. We'll set the old go-go juice will get her going. Oh yeah, sprayed me with it. That's great. That would have been a smart idea if I didn't have the choke on. Oh, it popped a little bit. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh, well, it fired over. Come on, baby. Come on now. Come on now, run for me. Ow. Body on it, Lord, and the body on it's amazing. Only missing them few running fans up there. The little rubber pieces right there. No odd sound. has some water in it. Like there's a bad switch on it. It does drive and going forward and reverse and stuff like that. I cut the blades on it and it shut off, so it's got to be a deck switch that's bad. And as you can see right here, if you look closely at the bottom of that carburetor, fuel is dripping out of it. And I pulled the dipstick a minute ago to check it, all because I couldn't start it. And man, if you had smell-o-vision, you could smell the fuel in that oil. So it's going to need a definite carb rebuild. It's vapor locked right now because there was so much fuel pouring through it. So I'll have to pull the plug out, blow the cylinder out, probably put fresh oil in it, drain and put fresh oil in it, which is no big deal. I ain't too worried about that. We can just put the cheap stuff in it for now until we figure out if we're going to use it or not. But for now, I'm going to drain the rest of that fuel back into my tank because I put a good bit more than what I expected to in here. And guys, I'll try to have a conclusion on this video this week. Yeah, I do have a reason as to why I don't upload quite often, and it's a story for another day, as we'll put it that way. But I upload as often as I can, and I make as many good quality videos as I can, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But this one right here is going to be a good one because this is a nice mower. I mean, there's really not a whole lot wrong with it. I mean, sitting on the seat, I mean, there's not a whole lot wrong with it. It's a clean looking mower. The only thing it's missing is these rubber pads right here. It's got a bagger attachment on it, but of course I don't have the bagger or nothing like that. I'm assuming somebody was using it to tow a trailer with. But yeah, I mean, this is it. Well, I just wanted to see if it would run today because it's getting kind of late on me today. It's getting pretty dark. Yeah, I've actually only got about an hour and a half, 2 hours more of daylight, and I'm having to do this one outside because my shop is fairly full. But all right, guys, this is Two Eagles Garage signing out for the weekend. You guys have a great weekend, great week, and enjoy the day.